Andie, MacDowell, Chyler, Leigh, Evan Williams, Sadie, Laflamme-Snow returning the way home on Hallmark Channel. Thank you all so much for your time today.
Oh, thank you
for having us.
Chyler, we ended season 1 with a new theory on Jacob. Preview how that's going to shape season number 2.
We start right back up, picking up where we left off, that very first discovery and that same moment where Kat is saying to Dell, I think I know what happened to Jacob. So we kind of just move right on into it, which I'm excited because it's going to really, I think, make the audience really happy to know that we're not neglecting and moving on to some other random kind of part of the story. So it should go over well.
It should go over well. Andie, especially coming out of the holidays, a lot of people either celebrate the past or they want to forget it and move on. Talk a little bit about Dell's journey, especially going to season 2 and being the matriarch of this family, and how those two, kind of balance each other out.
Well, she's unaware of the time travel. She doesn't know about them going into the pond. So for her, the life is everything is right in front of her. And I know from being a mother, having a great relationship with your daughter is very valuable, especially this woman's lost her son and her husband. So a lot of my story is about the turmoil between me and my daughter, and that will go throughout the season.
Sadie, as far as the role of Alice and getting to see the family from the past and the present, I got a chance to chat with everybody right before season 1. Talk a little bit about the impact of what the series has done, especially for your character.
Yeah, I feel like Alice has had a huge transformation from the person she started as when she arrived in Port Haven originally. Partially because of the experience of time traveling, but even just meeting her grandmother and developing a relationship as a family that she'd never had before. And you really see her grow up and become almost an old soul, because she has this knowledge from the past that informs everything she does in the present. So I think it's exciting for season 2 to just see how she matures with that information and that responsibility, and also just how she can become even more like a better version of herself in the present for her family, and maybe even branch out a little.
Wonderful. Evan, as far as the character of Elliot, Evan, as far as the character of Elliot being a pivotal part of both the past and the present, talk a little bit about his influence on the series.
Elliot is an interesting character because he is the only one who had his future foretold as a young person and then lived within this prophecy for 20 years. So we saw him at the end of season 1 kind of break his way out of those binds, and then he has to deal with the fallout of that in season 2. And so we're going to go back and we're going to see a little bit about his origins. In fact, we're going to see some origins of the Landry clan and the Augustine family and of Port Haven entirely in this season 2. So it's going to be really exciting. And there's going to be lots of answers that audiences really want. People have been clamoring on social media, really wanted to know these answers, making their own theories. But this year we're going to have a lot of answers and a whole lot of new questions.
Chyler, I also love how all the episodes have either a 90s song or a Y2K type of a song as far as the theme of each episode. But also, when I think of a previous movie that you've done, Not Another Teen Movie, every time I hear Kiss Me or Janie's Got a Gun, I always think of you.
Oh, well, shucks. Well, and that was what was really fun. We did a little mini throwback to that in season 1, where I come down the stairs in the red dress and trip at the very end. It was kind of like a little homage to that moment, which, Alexandra Clark, that I think that was really her intention, was to kind of throw that there. And I actually saw a lot of response from the audience that made comments, and then they kind of put the little GIF up of me on this show, and then back in the day. I was a baby then.
Well, thank you all so much for your time today. Again, The Way Home, season number 2 returns to us January 21st on Hallmark Channel.
Thank you so much.